Is the Boss ME-80 guitar multiple effects unit still worth buying in 2024? I think so. Welcome to the channel, Josh Gordon Music. We're going to take a quick look at obviously the Boss ME-80 effects unit, and the ME-90 came out last year or a year or so ago. I don't keep tabs on it because I don't really use these units, but I did buy this one used last year, and I think it's great. And we're going to do some playing samples set up with a real amp, so we're getting the room mic sound, so and we're at bedroom volume. But let's check it out. So what does the unit have? Well, we have preamp, we have comp FX1, we have ODDS, so overdrive distortion, we have a mod, so there's your chorus, your modulations, phaser, and all that. We have an EQ FX2 where you can get phaser, tremolo, boost, another EQ section, and I actually use that as a lead boost, and I'll show you. When we have a delay section, and we have reverb, and let's not forget the expression pedal, which we can use for a wah, for voicing, for octave, up and down. So you have all the capabilities of many effects here, and the unit, it weighs, it has some weight to it, but you have like eight different effects here, I believe. That's what I've counted. And there's the old trick of using the phone's output to put a dummy cable in there so you can get a cabinet IR or something of that degree. But if you're like, most people I think use this in front of an amp because it's kind of like a digital pedal board. So it's for those who still like the feeling of tweaking analog, real knobs, but you got a digital sound. So it's convenient, it's handy, it sounds great. There's a noise gate on it as well. You can save presets on this thing. And I have it set up though as like a pedal board. How I would use it as a pedal board running into the front of an amp. Now, when I compare this to other, digital modelers, say like, I guess it's cousin the Boss GT1 or something, much smaller, very powerful unit. Personally, I do think this is worth buying, but would I use it? I'm not sure if I would, because I kind of like smaller compact units. I really don't need all these effects per se. They're nice to have, but the choice is going to be yours, and let your ears do the decision making for you. So let's go through what we have here. Okay. So I'm going to start from the bottom left, and then we're going to go up and down all around. So let's start with a clean sound. So this is my guitar straight into the amp, clean. And I'm using the reverb on here, which we have room, hall, or spring. So I have it at hall. Okay, now if I want to add some nice chorus, here's how it sounds. So I think you got great clean tones right here. Now for the section 1 here, comp/FX1, I'm not using the comp. You have an octave, you have other things like slow gear, D fretter, but I see AC sim, acoustic sim, so you can have an acoustic in your rig. Let's try it out. Here's the acoustic. So that's great. So you got acoustic covered, you got clean, you can add some chorus to it, and hey, you got an overdrive and a distortion section, but you also have a preamp section. So how I set this up is I go for a kind of a warm overdrive, kind of bluesy thing for the ODDS section, and then I use the preamp section. You can stack on top of that ODDS, or you can use it on its own, but I have that, and I have it set to lead, and that works as a drive. So in essence, you could have two different types of drives, or one drive, one distortion. So that covers you. So let's hear the blues driver. Okay, now I'm going to put the preamp that I have set up to be my heavier drive. Now let's stack them. And now let's add the EQ as my lead boost. So I'll put it on and off, so hopefully you can hear a little difference, because again, we're using bedroom volume and this mic is capturing everything. All right, so I think that's fantastic. You got lead boost capability right there, or you can use this for further EQing, you know, like using a G7, like those natural guys do. They use that as their lead boost, you know, like the G7 EQ. Anyways, let's get on to the delay and wrap it up. So here's the drive sound again, the heavy drive. Add delay. So my final verdict for this, yes, the Boss ME-80 guitar multiple effects unit is worth buying in 2024. If size is not an issue for you, great. If you don't want touch screens and menu screens, and you can use a desktop editor with this, I believe, but if you don't want to use a desktop editor, you don't want menu screens to go through or touch screens, this unit is fantastic and this will suit your needs. Basically, like I said at the top of the video, this is a great unit for those who want to delve into the digital guitar modeling world, but have the old feeling of touching dials on pedals and whatnot. It's the perfect marriage. You'll get great sounds out of this. This is very versatile. This has tons of effects. This probably have more effects than most people use at a typical bar gig. And would you use this on like say a bigger theater show or a festival gig? Certainly you could. I don't see why not. It's got lots of things covered. I would use it. But these days, like I said, I'm kind of more in the compact thing because I only need a few effects. So, but I'm keeping this. I was going to sell this, but I'm keeping this. This is a great unit and it's built like a tank. Pick one up. Now, if you are more curious about the other unit I was mentioning, the Boss GT1, why don't you have a look at this video?